What's up, baby?
Nice, smooth.
Yeah. How's it going?
Good.
Good. Welcome to the show. What is this?
Oh,
The big dildo machine?
this is mine actually.
Is this a massage gun?
Yeah.
How do you turn it on?
Here, let me see. I'll show you. Down the bottom, there's an on button first.
Oh, right.
Then you have to hit the middle one.
Right. Whoa.
And you can turn it up. You know what you can do, right?
So what does it go up to 99?
No, it goes up to 30.
Why is 99?
That's the power. Like a battery, not the actual power. Aye.
Fucking, you listen to that.
All you need to do, right?
Oh, Jesus.
I swear to God. Just
Oh, my God.
Just leave it. Just leave it in at your gooch having a wank.
Right. Amazing.
I haven't tried it. I haven't tried it, but
That up the ass would be insane.
Paint the fucking house.
That is fucking class. Where did you get this?
Amazon.
And how much?
22 quid.
Oh, someone's earning.
Like bad, but it does look quite threatening, doesn't it?
Joe Rogan money starts coming in.
It does look quite violent, doesn't it?
That's really, really good.
If you came in, if somebody thought, if that was a sex toy and someone comes in and you're sitting there going, it shouldn't be in the shape of an actual gun.
Yeah.
You watch it.
I think that.
You watch it or I'll make you come.
I think that about fleshlights.
Oh, aye.
Right? Because you know how, like, the fleshlight is, the whole design aspect of it is, it's like a torch.
Yeah, I don't.
Right,
Yeah.
so there must be. I reckon if you kept it under your bed,
Yeah.
right, and an intruder came down, it's a more effective burglar deterrent than an actual torch, right? Because if you come down to somebody in your kitchen rifling through jewellery drawers and you shine a torch at them, they'll shit themselves and they'll probably run out.
Yeah.
If you come down with a big flubbery vagina just going, they'll fucking run out and they'll tell everyone, don't go near that place. Your house would be untouchable after that.
Oh, it is quite jarring in fairness. I always think of that, whoever made the fleshlight, what was wrong with them?
Yeah.
Because you're saying it is a torch. It's just like somebody just filled a torch with...
Yeah.
Fill it with pussy.
It's the moment after.
Washing it out.
Like, not even washing out, pouring it out.
No.
That's the moment because you're not doing that unless, like, you could do it out the window.
No. What,
Right?
like, if you're in that high story and you just always walking down the street and just get splashed with cum?
But that would be during the day. I'm assuming most of these guys are doing this at night.
I reckon it's a midday.
This can't be a
Midday break time.
A morning fleshlight sesh. But so the majority of people would either be pouring it down the sink or the toilet.
Yeah,
And
drinking it.
Down the hatch.
Oh,
but there's mirrors in toilets.
Yeah.
So you would catch yourself, a reflection of yourself. Because, like we've talked about this before, there has been moments where you've been away and you've caught yourself or look at yourself in the mirror and gone, what the fuck is wrong with me? Genuinely, what is wrong with me? Like,
yeah. Well, we have that bit about our friend, Milo.
Yeah.
And rubber asses.
Yeah, Milo. That
Obsessed with it.
fucks a rubber ass.
He goes quiet every time we talk about it. Right. So, you've made a comeback in the Romanian 94. The hair's back.
I cannot accept age.
Okay, right.
So I've just gone less. So I thought.
But you didn't chemically burn yourself.
I did.
Again?
Yeah. I think this is going to be a natural occurrence to this. Largely because of what I'm doing, right? I'm not phasing it up in any way, because I'm certainly not going to. I'll be damned if I'm going to a professional to get this done.
Okay, right.
I'm doing it on my own.
Yeah.
In my bathroom.
Yeah.
In the afternoon, right? But I get this deep peroxide stuff that I buy from B&M.
It's the same stuff.
Yeah.
After the last time you peeled your scalp off.
Yeah, same stuff. And when you mix it up, it's like noxious fumes. It's like, you know the shit.
Passed out.
You know the shit that Nicholson falls into in Batman? That's what it looks like when you're mixing it up. And you need to get like I always forget this, because you need to buy a sachet of the powder, and then there's the liquid, and it's when they're poured together, that's when the real magic happens.
Okay.
But you need to have a tub and a mixer, right? And they never sell them, so I always forget about it. So I end up having to run about and finding something. And the last time I did it, it was with a bowl. right? But we had to throw that bowl out was because it stayed. I mean, it corroded the fucking bowl. Right, this ceramic bowl, it had corroded.
Such corroding.
And I couldn't use the spoon again because there was like.
And you're just like, well, just slap it on my head, your scalp.
This time I used like, you know, a skewer that you would get for a barbecue if you're putting kebabs on, right? So I taped 2 of them together to make the stirrer. And I was like, fuck, all we've got is bowls. And I was like, we must have some like things that we've got Chinese takeaway in. We always keep them, just wee tubs. None, right? What I had to use was, there was still an Easter egg left from Easter, right? And I took the egg out, and the wee plastic bowl bit of the egg, I mixed it in that.
This is such a fucking sad sight. You're mixing peroxide in the half shell of an Easter egg, the plastic shell of an Easter egg. Yeah. Well, it did a good job, though.
It's worked out right, but now it's because now I know toning. First time I didn't know anything about this, but now the purple shampoo is my friend.
Okay, right.
So I never knew what purple shampoo did.
Yeah.
And that's what takes the brassiness away.
Okay.
So there's a wee
nice
wee tip. Well, if you want sadder, right? I reckon I had one of the saddest shopping baskets ever in Aldi last night.
A rope and a bottle of white bread.
I bought a set of black Crocs.
Okay.
Right, now I know some people are fans of Crocs. I have been looking for.
I feel sad. I have a pair, and they've already been commented on what thing about the Crocs.
Yeah,
I'm like, right.
But you've put weird stickers all over yours, like a Japanese schoolgirl. So
okay, okay. Well, now I feel worse about them.
It was when I was at the pool, right? Because I like to use the saunas and the steam rooms, and I like using the pool, right? And I realized I was the only person cutting about in bare feet. And I was like, this is not a good idea because verrucas and stuff like that you get warned about at school. So I was like, fuck, I need to get myself a pair of sandals, right? And I've had like sandals for holiday and stuff like that, but they're not suitable for the poolside. So I'm like, right, I'll have a look. And I was like, right, I'll get Adidas ones. And I was like, 30 quid, fuck off. And then I was like, I saw a couple of guys with Crocs. So I was like, I'll just get Crocs, right? And then I saw Crocs on sale in Aldi in the middle aisle, right? And then next to the Crocs was a padlock that is fingerprint operated. And I was like, that's really cool. So I bought that. So I had the Crocs, and then beside that was the unsold Father's Day gifts. And I bought myself 3 golf balls and 3 tees with World's Best Dad on them. I bought them for myself. It's like, yes.
Oh, that is fucking terrible. What about party, That's the woman when you're
you're winning in life when you're buying your own Father's Day gift.
Yeah.
I am a good dad.
For a baldy ping away. Ball you're immediately going to lose in a ditch.
I know.
Oh, great. I had a slight hair disaster.
Yeah, you made yourself even bolder.
Oh man, I was trying to. I kept blaming everything by myself. I put it up in my story there, but it was all my fault. I was like, "God damn, clip broke." It didn't really break. I just didn't put it on.
Yeah.
I went to go because I've been trying to grow. It's patchy here.
Yeah.
And I try to fill that in. I've been trying to do that, fill it in, and I'll keep it short. And then I just went in the very first one. I just went, and I would. If anybody was here, they would have just heard me shouting, "You motherfucking stupid fucking." So then I had to no way of saving it. It was the bare thing. Cut it off, and I was just like, I looked like a proper egg.
Yeah.
Like an actual. I look so much sicker.
What number do you use on the beard?
Like 3 or 4.
3 or 4? That's not bad. That's like quite a growth.
It's not. Mine doesn't ever look like I have a beard though.
Nah.
Like I don't. Nobody would ever go, he has a beard. Aye. I don't, and it's kind of like finger patchy. No, like 3 maybe. 3 usually.
You ever had a Turkish shave?
No.
I've never had anyone shave me.
No, I wouldn't trust it. Not because they're Turkish.
I wouldn't the way the world is just now. Some Iranian that's just found that his family have been murdered, but he's already promised to do the chef.
Oh man! Do you know? By the way, there's something that people have been chatting about on our Discord about the fact they're wondering how many weeks it'll take us to move the empty can of Tango.
Oh yeah.
It's been there apparently like 7 episodes.
Yeah, probably.
We'll just leave it there.
That's empty bottle of water. I mean, you're saying that. I didn't even realise there's been a fucking tree next to me.
Oh, that's
for
right.
about 9
That's
weeks,
right.
so-
That's right. That's
Yeah.
it. You got thrown off. You turned
yeah,
around.
I'm not
it.
going to notice an empty can of Tango.
Yeah.
And
And
when are they going to move the empty can of Tango?
aye, no, they haven't been doing podcasts.
Oh, that's a fair point, aye.
That was the issue. I was like, why haven't? And I went,
Aye.
no,
No, they've not been
And I'm sitting there going, it's not my studio. I'm not cleaning it up.
We'll make the mess. We'll clean it up, for fuck's sake.
I had this too, right? I had to go and buy a book just to write notes in. I wanted to write just random roast battle notes in it, and I wanted to write this because I can't be arsed. I'm typing everything in my phone, and I'm getting annoyed about it. So I went and bought this. I just lifted it because I was like, cool, green, split inside, and I was like, sweet. And then didn't realize there was the front of it had like a real.
Oh no!
I never noticed.
Keep on going, never give up. With a stag.
With a stag head.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah, a little stag's head. Keep on going, never give up. Now, I never would have.
Oh Jesus!
It's horrible. Why is that even on it? Like, why? Like,
What's the significance of the stag, though?
I don't even know.
Do you know? I saw an incredibly funny video today, where it was a guy in a pub down south. And you know how, like, Sean Locke used to have a great routine about it, where he would, like, like these country pubs that have
Sean fingerprint lock. Sorry.
Rather than male and female in the toilets, they'll have something like geese and ganders and all that kind of shit. So they had, for the female toilet was mares, right? Okay. And then the male toilet was stallions. The disabled toilet was non-runners.
Fuck's sake.
It's so funny. Oh,
that's so fucking stupid. What else did I have? Getting shaving drills. We've actually. What the hell does that say? I have one thing. I've just written drill, but I don't know what that is. It might have been this.
I feel we should every week we're going to quickly round up the news.
Okay.
Right. Iran.
No.
No.
I don't know what it is. I thought you had. I was just giving a yes or no answer.
Who would you pick?
Iran.
Who do you pick to win this?
Oh, to actually win it?
Aye.
I mean, I would say.
See, I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, I was about to go. You immediately think about going to America, but they actually do lose quite a lot.
Yeah, they do.
They lose quite a lot.
Their record's fucking shocking.
Yeah.
They lost to us, for Christ's sake. Like.
Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, yeah. It's a bad state of affairs when you're like, God, them poor people in Iran.
Yeah.
Not the poor people in Iran, but like fucking, I mean.
I'd just like to know if it's going to happen, when it's going to happen. You know what I mean? It kind of feels like being put on hold kind of annoys me because I'm like that. Would I plan? Am I going to see Oasis?
Yeah.
Would I have to set my expectations?
Yeah.
I don't, like, I'm going on holiday in 2 weeks. And I don't want to come back from that holiday knowing it's my last ever holiday. Because if it is, then I'll make sure it feels like my last ever holiday.
Okay, right, I see.
I'll be pissed off if I come back.
I had the opportunity there.
The next 2 days, it's like, oh, there's a nukes coming. Oh, for fuck's sake, I could have been all sorts.
Yeah, I could have been the dreadful things I can imagine.
Could have just left the family.
I'm like, I'll see us at the end. Meet back up with them for the bomb. I don't know. Like, do you know? It's like, of course, there's. When I'm talking about, when I'm talking about Israel and fucking Iran, I'm not actually talking about the actual normal people here. I'm just talking about the regimes. But it's very funny that they, like, Trump and everyone's like, I told them nobody should be. Everybody keeps going like, Iran though, they do have nuclear weapons. And I'm like, so do Israel. Yeah. I am way more worried about considering that. Yeah, I'm so much more concerned the fact that Israel have nuclear weapons, considering everything I've seen in the last 2 years.
But they're not going to turn them on us.
Yeah, not why we keep funding them. I said we
because we're keeping in.
Technically, I am, I suppose, because I pay tax here. So
you do.
Yeah, so
you've funded. Well, I mean, you've not funded much. I'll be amazed.
Actually, that's right. Not unless national insurance goes towards it.
I'll be amazed if you funded a bolt on any of those nukes.
That's the only reason I'm poor, guys.
That would be fucking wonderful. See, if your tax every
broke
year,
down.
after you've paid it in January, if around about the start of March you get a breakdown of what your tax has gone. I know they do it like the general person, but specifically where mine has gone.
Yeah.
And if you got to pick, like I specifically want to just put it into arms, just arms for me. Like that's it.
Fucking hell, that'd be so funny. If you're leaving preferences on your thing.
Raging if anything's been spent on a school.
Health.
What the fuck is this? Like,
It just comes up one Desert Eagle.
excellent.
Fucking love it. I think Israel, by the way, the only two countries that Israel can't reach with nuclear weapons is funny. It's kind of like half of Australia
Yeah.
and Argentina.
Yeah.
Like, so it's quite funny. Where all the old Nazis are
Exactly.
hiding.
Quite ironic, yeah.
Yeah, where the old ones are hiding.
Almost as if they knew. Go as far south as possible. These cunts will have a way to get to us one day.
They're starting a country
Not
over
this
there. It's what, 76 years? Oh god, that's funny.
Who do you reckon? Who would you rather get in for a pint with, an Iranian or an Israeli? I met an Iranian last night.
I know, Iranian. Yeah,
I think there'd be better food.
yeah, better food, better drinks too. I reckon.
You think?
I reckon they would die. They'd whip out a rum, some sort of concoction.
Aye, but I don't know. I think Israelis have better drinks.
Israelis are just Americans.
Exactly. Oh no, I see it.
They're just like nearly
terrible,
all
yeah.
American. That's why there's no DNA.
terrible
That's why
drinks,
there's no
aye.
fucking DNA tests allowed in there, because if
Yeah.
they test them, like none of you are even.
Yeah.
Like they're not. Most of them are supposed to be like, you know what, like Ashkenazis, Jews. But like if you just do the fucking the, like thing, they're like 90% of them are just
Aye.
dudes from Arkansas.
Yeah, yeah.
They can't afford a house back home.
And I was doing Red Raw last night, and there was an Iranian guy in the front row, and Chris Forbes was comparing, and I was like, "Where's the Iranian guy sitting?" And he was like, "Oh, you'll see him," and I was like, "Yeah, I know you say that, but if I make a mistake, this will look fucking terrible." Like I can't have two guys, three at the worst case, that look slightly Iranian, and me going, "You're the Iranian guy."
From Samoa.
Yeah, yes. Oh no! Look, aye. Luckily, he looked Iranian as fuck, so he was.
I can imagine you said
clearly
something to him.
Yeah, he had a fucking kebab stand up. I don't even know if that's big.
I love asking. Oh, where was that? I was asking the 5-year-old. I was asking the 5-year-old Israel or Palestine in that festival when I was on stage. There's too many kids around. I just asked. I was like, Israel or Palestine? He just started stomping on a pizza box, and I was like, all right, I know which one.
The only other thing I want to talk about before we start. We didn't talk about the plane crash in India.
Oh,
That fucking tank of a man that fucking
remember
jumped out.
Remember, I said my betting thing, Black 11, chair number 11.
11A, yeah, it was. Aye.
Fucking 11.
It was,
11's
aye.
a lucky number.
The
11.
Because
Some
I was
basic people in my wishes.
because the kids had heard it on the radio.
I've done it.
That someone had survived it, and they were like, "How did they survive?" And I was like, "They jumped out," and they were like,
Commando.
"Shut up." And then Amy was like, "Don't tell them that. So stupid. The fucker did. There's a good chance he did jump out.
Yeah.
The wee split, and he fucking launched himself."
In fact, I don't think it's that, because I have also jumped out of an airplane.
Lies.
I have.
No, like
Yeah, it was a Ryanair
for
flight.
sponsorship?
Ryanair flight from Berlin, from Edinburgh to Berlin, but like it hadn't taken off yet. But
right.
sorry, I was really struggling to get something out of life.
Wonder if that guy he must have get questioned.
Do you reckon it'd be? I actually would have way more respect for him if he just happened to be underneath it in his garden, and he just went down and over, and he just went, "Time to make myself a star."
Yes.
Well, we did find someone burnt to a crisp in 11A.
Yeah.
With the chair you say you're in.
Yeah. Oh, imagine.
He's like, "Get me tea bags," and just puts
Aye.
tea bags on his.
Started
on
asking
his
his
wall.
pal to punch fuck at him. Come on, no.
Just had me a dig.
Pretend you're a chair. The front of a chair. Come on.
And it'd be even funnier if he was so bad at acting. He came out to people. Have you seen the video of him coming around the corner? You see, he'd be like, "Oh, it was so scary." Landed on his feet.
you-
But there's someone's fallen out of his from 30,000 feet and survived. Remember that woman
falling out of the plane.
from 30,000 feet and she landed in a bog and survived.
And like a bog as in like a grassy bog or
Yeah.
like as in a toilet.
Grassy bog. Landed in a toilet. Can you imagine the fucking mess if you hit a toilet from 30,000?
Jesus, aye.
I can't actually think of a worse thing to land on.
How
Like
the fuck I left the seat up?
land on a jungle gym. Right, look, fall out of plane and survived, right? Oh, no,
I've seen the wee guys that are hanging on the bottom falling off.
Right, here we go. Vesna. Here she is. Vesna, yeah, Serbian flight attendant who survived a fall of 33,330 feet.
Jesus.
Right, after a
lot of
bomb
threes.
exploded on her planes. Highest fall without a parachute. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, she just landed in a bog and just seemed to be...
Fucking hell.
Maybe she was really light. Just had like terminal velocity and just feathered her way down.
Aye, floated down. Yeah. Jesus.
Would it be better if it was like a big gusty upwards? Keep a bit of gust.
A windy day would probably help. Just aye. You don't want a dry
downward
no
wind.
wind day where you're just hitting it like a fucking dart. Before we go into the film, Ryan informed today that you have found a new hate figure online.
I didn't want to bring this up. I do though. I can't. I'm
I'm not going to slag it off.
I have a couple
Yeah.
things that drive me mad. So it's the chicken shop date person.
Yes.
Amelia or something. I can't watch the videos.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
What is it that you don't like about it?
It's because like someone completely talentless and completely have nothing. I saw her giving out to Ryan Reynolds. I don't even like Ryan
She gets
Reynolds.
fucking mad. Like,
She got mad.
I
You
was trying
updated
to-
people, and I was like, "But you just started a
I was
TikTok
trying
and
to
a
explain
chicken
to you
shop."
how
I
big
get
she actually is. She does a red carpet at the Oscars.
fuck off.
She does. She does the
Fuck it.
red carpet at the
I
Oscars.
see because this all came
I
up.
don't know if
'cause-
it's for like Vanity Fair or something.
This
but-
all came up because I watched Warfare. Good film,
Mm-hmm.
enjoyed it, right? And then it had fucking. She was seen dating the dude from Will Poulter from
Is she?
Warfare, and I was just like, ugh.
Wow. I mean, it's not for us.
Nah.
It's not.
I
It's
was
for...
giving out about the other people ruining soccer. It like
Oh.
YouTubers. It used to be good crack when it was like fucking Mandy Dingle against Ronaldinho. Now
Aye.
it's fucking
Somebody put that up online. the other
Angry
day.
Minge.
They put a picture of Bradley Walsh marking Maradona.
there. That was
Right, and you go right.
That's fun.
That's what it was when they first started it. It was because they still get. I mean, fucking, he was shite, but Rivaldo played in it. Suarez was fucking class.
Yeah.
No, not Suarez. Tevez
yeah.
was class. Like, see, if Rooney played in it, you've still got former world class players, but the standard of celebrity, I agree, is.
Yeah, it's like
You
KSI.
don't know who. So the guy was listening to it on the radio going through a gig, and they kept going on about a guy, Angry Ginge.
Aye.
I was like, I don't know. Like, I know, like, it's not. I'm not saying the guy's not famous and shit, but
it's-
I don't know who the fuck this
It's
is.
that type
like,
of TikTok famous where it's kind of like dead numbers. I mean, like they'll be able to prove that they're mad famous because they're like, there's 198 million fucking views on this one thing, but it's not really an actual
Yeah.
same thing. And anyway, anybody that does like them is like 16, and they're not going to be fucking giving money to aid.
Well, see, that's. I mean, but that's always the argument about any charity thing like that. Like fucking Tyson Fury sitting there as one of the managers, who's a multi-millionaire, asking people that are watching at home.
That's
gonna,
true, yeah.
gonna get 40 quid. You get 40 million quid, you cunt. That's like literally one fight for you. You give it. Solve it immediately.
Yeah, it's one shift for me, one shift for you.
Fucking solve it. You, Robbie Williams, that cunt Robbie Williams used to hang about with. You all solve it right
Nicole
now.
Kidman.
There you go.
Oh god.
I don't think I could. I mean, I would. I'm so far away from getting asked to ever do it. It's incredible, but I don't think I could. It'd be a good laugh.
You have a better chance of being a footballer.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, yeah,
Thinking on the soccer.
Yeah.
A late Luca Tony Bloom.
yeah. That's very good. Actually,
The bald assassin.
it's whenever anyone. A couple of people have messaged me, and I always have a standard reply where it's like they always were watching. Like, yeah, you know what? Taskmaster, They should get like people like you on, or like Cullen on, or like stuff like that, and you go. I was like, there is a more chance of me winning best female at the Mobos than getting on Taskmaster.
It's just you, Gabrielle, and Little Sims. It's for me. It's so funny. You've even dyed your hair white.
Yeah. But no, I don't like. I mean, we moan about.
I enjoy the Mobos, by the way. It's music of black origin.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, what? So all music?
You ever see that? I don't think it was the Mobos, but it was like the the Black Music Awards or something. The year George Michael won Best Male. People were fucking.
George Michael.
They were out. They were up in arms. It was something like it was. Oh no! It was like the Soul Awards or something like that.
Yeah,
the R&B Awards or something like that.
Right.
And it was argued that his music at that time was R&B, but fuck, they were angry.
Yeah.
Jesus, they were angry.
Yeah.
Oh. There was a. I'm not going to name who it is because we both know them. But I saw a video the other day of someone just getting dressed, right? Literally just getting dressed, and it had 750 likes, and I was like, what is it you people are like, genuinely, what is it? Is it such an automatic reflex now to just go, oh, they've put something up?
Yeah, it's all things and algorithms. They've just know how to do
not
the
even
thing.
naked, like undressed. You go, right, there's a lot of perverts out there, right? They'd be like, go, we know a lot of them as well. But I can understand that, like, but somebody just going about their day.
Yeah, you see, there's other ones, because I know people in Ireland, like fashion influencers, right? Like, and they do like when they do them though, it's like buy this and give the links to all the stuff and all that shit.
You're a model. That's what you are. You're now a model.
Yeah. But this one's just what someone just. You should do it.
It's a comic.
Just slapping up your thong.
And it's like, what is like? Oh,
yeah.
I don't know who I hate more: the people that do it or the people that like it.
Yeah. I mean, I'll go with do.
Yeah, probably.
I'll blame Hitler more than the Nazis themselves. What? What?
Right. This week's film. We are a proper film podcast again, because we are doing a Chinatown.
Yeah, no that Schindler's List muck.
No, that work of fiction. Now I saw Chinatown. This is your first time ever watching it, yeah? I saw Chinatown when I was at uni, and again I thought it was good, but it passed me by, and I never saw it again. And then I watched it late last week, but early for this week's episode, and I thought it was really, really good. And then I watched it again, and it is fully now in the masterpiece category for me.
Oh, yeah. You're giving it the 5 stars?
I've not rated it yet, but it will be getting the 5.
Well.
I don't know what you think.
Like, this all came from, remember, like, we had a whole fight about it in the group.
Yeah.
And some of them were saying, like, this is absolute dog shit and all this. It's definitely not that. That's nonsense.
I have a theory as to why people...
Well, yeah, you're separating the art thing. Probably.
No, it's
like,
not that.
well, I was sitting there going, like, oh, here's another one. That escaped me. I turned on the film, and the first thing that came up was directed by Roman Polanski. Now, and I tell you why, because not if you just separate the fact that he's a child rapist, right? There's also, I don't like any of his films. I've never have. They bore the shit out of me. The Pianist, all of them.
Awful. You know, right? Rosemary's Baby's good.
Okay.
Rosemary's Baby's good.
Oh yeah, I do like Rosemary. I give it 3 stars. You know, I give this 3 stars.
Right. I think the reason people don't like it, it's quite connected to what we've just been talking about. Actually, I think it is people that we know don't like it. It's an attention span thing. I have never had to concentrate more on a film for a while than this, because the plot is very, very dense.
Yeah, I can see why they definitely tell about the screenplay.
I think a current audience of 30 seconds of attention span, constantly looking for something different, I get how this would come across as an incredibly slow film. But that's what I like. That's why I love Once
Heat's
Upon
a
a
slow
Time in
film.
America. Yeah, but a lot of people
Once Upon a Time in America is one of the best films of all time.
but
and
a lot
it's-
of people hate Heat. But you have to remember, I think we are more willing to accept a slow burning film than a lot of people are.
Once Upon a Time in America is 5 stars.
Fucking excellent.
Yeah.
Nothing happens until the last half an hour. Very, very little happens. It's just people talking. But that's most of Tarantino films.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's why I think people would find it a tough watch, because it's very, very slow moving.
Yeah.
But it's slow moving in a very particular and like.
I don't know who wrote it. He did it, nailed it. Like it was.
Yeah.
That was definitely.
Well, it is. I did a screenwriting course once, and it's like widely regarded as like the best script ever written.
Yeah, I wouldn't say. I don't think so. But it's
Not-
But it's so convoluted that it has to be up there.
But in the way the structure and the character
yeah.
development, it's like this is the template for how every script should be.
Yeah,
In terms of pacing and how this should, the way things are discovered and the way things are revealed, this is how it should be.
Yeah, absolutely right. And do you know what? I'll give. Now we always had this fight before. I don't like Jack Nicholson either.
And mental.
Never have. Never will. Very good in this.
Yep.
Excellent in this. And so is that the guy. I love the guy that owned the water. Noah Cross.
Noah Cross. John Huston.
Is that it? Noah Cross.
Huston.
Fucking like a Jewish fella called Noah Cross is quite funny too. Oh, who's for Jesus? no, no, but he was great. Do you know, like, I don't know. I know he's a beast.
Who?
Nicholson. He's a filthy bastard.
I don't think there's any chance Nicholson hasn't. I don't think he's a Polanski-esque
It happened in his house.
beast. And did it?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. What?
This all happened in Nicholson's house.
Right, wait a minute. Right, let's just get the Polanski stuff out of the way, because I find it mind-blowing when I was reading into it.
Yeah, so, right, his life is mental. We'll get
Yeah.
into this. No, Nicholson wasn't in the house when it happened.
Right, okay.
So he wasn't in the house, but
Yeah.
he kept there's so many dodgy shit keeps happening
Aye.
in Nick Nicholson's house. Most of the time he's not there, so I don't want to hang, but I'm just like, what's particular about your house that everybody has to go and shag children?
Yeah,
And,
it's got tinted windows.
Angelica Houston lived there too when they were banging or something.
Yeah. There's a good story about that I've got later on.
Oh, great, yeah. So was Polanski's short one? He survived the Holocaust.
So him and his family lived in the Krakow ghettos that we saw in Schindler's List.
Yeah,
Then his mother was sent to she died in Auschwitz,
yeah.
and
What happened to her?
she tripped and landed on a rusty nail. It's tragic, actually. Septicemia. And at that time they just didn't have the antibiotics available. It's cold winter as well, so
She fell on a rusty nail. She was actually cleared to go.
how did she die? Asthma attack. The air quality's terrible.
She was scared.
I don't know if his dad or his sister died at the same camp. Imagine they were separated. Then he was left in like Poland and just became like a street urchin.
Yeah.
And then became an actor, and then got into Hollywood, and then became like a playboy for a guy that was about 5'3".
Yeah.
A tiny wee man, pumping everything like
It's got a good story. I was in the
shagging at the same caliber as like Steve McQueen and Warren Beatty. Like that's impressive.
Okay. Yeah, his wife sure was.
Do you know what I mean? That's fucking Sharon Tate, for Christ's sake. That's like high quality
right.
Hollywood.
And his wife got murdered
then his wife got murdered in his house
by the Mansons. Very funny.
by the Mansons.
Not funny, but it is quite funny.
Yeah, Marilyn Manson.
And
then he fucked off away from Hollywood because he couldn't be where that happened. Then he got
Second
persuaded
time.
to come back to make this. Then, and this is the horrible part, as if it hasn't been horrible up until now, gave a 13-year-old girl champagne and Quaaludes, sodomized her, and then immediately fled to Europe, where he has lived in France ever since. And any attempt to extradite him has failed. What I find the maddest thing about it is, has continued to make films and has won Oscars.
It's a
since
joke.
then.
It's a
just
fucking joke,
insane.
man. It's a fucking joke. The shit that people can get away with, like. Do you know what I actually fucked? By the way, I've read his other allegations. You do the other ones. There's 4 others. That's the famous
I
one.
knew there was 4 other women. Yeah.
Yeah, one was a 10-year-old. The other was 16, and none was 15. They're all underage thing. They're like this person and this time. Like, you know what I mean? Like the fact that he's fleeing, I feel like at least 1 or 2 of them are also.
Yeah.
Like, he's a paedophile.
Yeah.
He's a full-blood paedophile. He's not even like he literally ran immediately and has
But I
lived
don't
there.
understand what are the extra. I don't understand what extradition laws are because surely there should be.
I don't know why.
Some like, and so I'm assuming if he's living in France, it's the French government that are then protecting him. So why? You would imagine like some kind. I mean, it is. It's obviously money and like power and stuff like that. But regardless of that, the fact that I realised he kept making films, and then there's always been this thing about the same kind of people that still turn up in Woody Allen films.
I fucking hate it.
The actors, you have to go, what the fuck is wrong with you? It's the Oscar celebration. Like it's insane.
He only got removed. He got removed now from.
Yeah,
he
asked to get back in.
It was like 2 years ago.
Yeah,
he got removed.
Yeah, he asked to get back in. They said no.
Yeah,
but like there is. I mean, there's a
brazen.
There's a clip online of when he wins this honorary Oscar, and people are on their feet, and you're like, I don't. Is it like the conspiracy theorists would be that they're all in on it, and it's just like that kind of. They don't see anything wrong with that. And then there's the other conspiracy aspect of it is like a Russell Brand kind of thing where they're like, oh, it's important people trying to discredit him and they don't actually believe it's ever happened. But bizarre.
I think it's, people that have suffered from the Holocaust and I feel like they can do anything they want. Reminds me of a certain country. So Chinatown is again, this is a film about a rich and
he's also in it.
A rich and powerful person.
You know Polanski's in it.
No, where?
Polanski's the wee midgety guy that slashes.
Oh, is that what he is?
Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to spot him in a fucking thing. Yeah, I did laugh at this because this film was about a rich and powerful person getting away with horrible shit.
Yeah,
and shagging.
Yes.
Teenagers,
so
it's quite funny.
Art certainly does imitate life in this film. Yes,
it's so
preempts
funny.
this very, very well.
I actually wrote down a list of actors that have continuously done Roman Polanski films after.
Excellent,
because it's fucked me off. Right,
let's see. Right,
some of them are cunts that you know anyway.
If we like them or we hated them.
There's one that's upsetting.
Right,
but the rest of it's. Like you're like, yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, we know Adrian Brody keeps turning them.
Yeah, and I fucking hate Adrian Brody.
Adrian Brody,
a fucking arsehole.
So he's known as being a wank as well. Yeah. John Cleese, shock horror.
What film did John Cleese make with?
I didn't even fucking type it in.
That's insane.
John Cleese, yeah. Now, if you know John Cleese is
one of the
become
greatest.
A right fucking.
He has, but. I mean, you can't, again, see, this is what's so difficult about it. You can't deny that. I know, like, Monty Python splits people. Fawlty Towers is.
It doesn't split me, it's on the incredibly shit version of my side.
Fawlty Towers is one of the greatest sitcoms ever made.
Fawlty Towers is great, in fairness.
Right, wait a minute, just tell her.
Did you find this film?
John Cleese, Roman Polanski. You're right. A film called The Palace in 2023.
Such a recent.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Starts. Yeah. John. Yeah. Okay.
We had.
Fair enough.
Ben Kingsley has done 2.
Okay. Since.
These are all since.
These are all since.
Yeah, not before.
Right, okay.
I didn't count Nicholson in it because that's before.
Okay.
It was 77, I think, the first stuff come out. Mark Strong has done 2. Mark Strong country.
Yeah.
Johnny Depp. I mean, I know what you mean. Bing, Bill Cosby, Bing Crosby, I nearly said.
Bing Crosby.
Bing Crosby, that freaking rapist. Harrison Ford.
Oh, no.
And like Harrison,
no.
That's the one I meant. Harrison.
Now I need to find out what film
I don't actually know what that film was. I didn't really write it down. It was like, Harrison Ford's been doing a Polanski too, and all. I'm like.
And these are all.
like.
Oh, it's frantic. Yeah, God, really good film as well.
I've never seen Frantic. Actually, it was one I did recognize.
Jesus. Right, let's have. So I'm going to bring up Polanski's films since.
Yeah, there really are few because he's done a lot of just European films, a lot of French films. You can see some of the French actors' names in Italian films he's been doing.
Right.
You know, but he's done a couple of but you're looking at there was one recently that was done by Path, or Pathy or whatever you call it, the studio or whatever, PATG.
Right. So the filmography of it is Rosemary's Baby, then Macbeth, then
So
Chinatown.
77's when this happened.
77. So after that, Pirates I never heard of. Frantic was a good film. Bitter Moon, Death and the Maiden, don't know. Ninth Gate, I think that's the one that Depp was
That's
in.
Depp, yeah.
Yeah, The Pianist, Oliver Twist, The Ghostwriter.
The Oliver Twist thing, I think, is a Broadway thing.
Carnage.
I don't know, Carnage.
Is that not the fucking thing with Tom Hardy?
Mad Max.
He turns into the big alien thing.
Tom Hardy turns into a big alien.
What's that called?
Tom Hardy. Venom?
Venom, yes.
Venom, Carnage, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
Nah, I'm only kidding. Venus and Fur, based on a true story, The Officer and a Spy, The Palace, and then The Expendables 3.
That'd be so funny. He just joined in for the Expendables 3. Yeah, most of them are well received, Italian and French films. But I'm just right. So in Woody Allen's thing, right? It's all so dodgy and it's horrible, and there's so many things of abuse. And I would never do it, right? But even that's a little bit more easy to
excuse.
You're like, or you shouldn't, but it's definitely easier to excuse than a guy that has literally pleaded guilty to raping a 13-year-old and then running forever.
Yeah, I bet if you did Woody Allen, people that have worked with Woody Allen since the allegations, then fuck, you'd be including a lot of people.
Yeah, Scarlett Johansson.
That's a terrible thing to say. Do you know? I hope it comes out about Wes Anderson.
Oh, I'd love that. Oh, I would love that.
Imagine that. All the wee fucking knitted jumper cunts that will fucking.
Aye. Oh, just put a little picture, put nice little pastel colors, which is all he ever fucking does.
Oh my God.
Have him in a caricature black and white jail thing with the little hat on and some cunt playing a sad accordion. Fuck off.
It'd be amazing if stuff came out about Wes Anderson.
That phonetic scheme, that scene where Michael Cera comes out and goes, "Ooh, there's a bomb under." I was like, "Fuck this fella. Fuck everyone that likes it. They can fuck off."
Anyway, this film, you cannot not love a film that opens with Rocky Balboa's brother getting shown pictures of his wife getting horsed in a forest.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
What an opening scene.
I enjoyed that, didn't you?
Is that Rocky's brother?
Yeah.
Brother-in-law even?
Yeah.
Fucking brilliant.
Before I get into the scene, the one thing I'll say, and the only reason I think it lost it a little bit for me, first of all, I was so bored about a water supply. What a boring thing to make a movie about. That's so stupid, right? My genuine problem with it is I kind of like neo-noir films, and I can name so many better ones.
Right, go on then.
LA Confidential's twice as good.
Yes, I'll agree.
Yeah.
Right.
What I watched recently, even The Nice Guys was a better film.
Would you class that as neo-noir?
It's kind of a detectives thing based on a certain time. It's not really dark enough to be a neo-noir, is it? The Untouchables is better. It would be
That's not neo-noir.
It kind of is.
Nah, gangster films aren't neo-noir.
Okay, right. Nah. So you're ruling out that.
Like LA Confidential, I'll give you, but also LA Confidential, I'd argue is more a noir film rather than neo-noir. I don't even know the difference, to be honest.
Yeah,
we're getting well above our head now.
Yeah.
Because I started actual students of film.
Because I started chucking in films there that you're like gangster, and I was like, oh, I thought that would have counted. And then you went neo-noir and noir, and I'm like, that's.
Yeah.
I thought it was the same thing.
You can't just chuck in like Up.
Anyway,
what was the other thing that lost you? Was that
it? Yeah, no, just general enjoyment. There's nothing really that bad about it. I do not think this is a bad film. As they were all shouting off about how it was shit, and I was like, "This is not." I think it's stupid to even say it's shit.
Did you understand the plot?
Yes, but it was convoluted.
Yeah,
I had to as you said, I had to tune in because especially like around the end of this, if I get end of the second act, you know, when it starts getting into the thing when you're following, who's done what to who and where's this, right?
It's because it's like every single scene starts to reveal a bit more. It's like a proper layers are just getting peeled off. Like the start, I was very confused at the start about the water stuff. I think I was like, I'm trying to go right. Okay, so this is why they did. And then when it transpired that they were letting water run out every night, I was like, right, what the fuck is going on here? Why are they doing that? And then you find out, and then when they start go to the old folks' home, and they find out that they've been buying up a load of land deeds with people that are nearly dead, and you're going, right, what the? And then there's the whole other side of the story of the fact that he has been murdered. He's not just died, and he was never part of it in the first place. This whole conspiracy and shit like that. Yeah, very. You do have to concentrate a lot.
Yeah.
Did you notice the bit when they go to the old folks' home where Nicholson and Faye Dunaway are trying to blag their way in, and they're pretending it's for their grandfather, and he goes, I need to ask, do you accept persons of the Jewish persuasion here? No, we do not. It's like excellent. Neither does he.
I was so fucked up. I was like, another thing, it would have lost a fair bit of from me. I think he's a terrible detective.
Now, this has been said a lot.
Right. I have two reasons, right? The first reason is, you know, when he's taking pictures of the two in the boat, you know, in the little paddle boat, he's going past in another paddle boat in a canal and he does like the,
taking pictures of his pal. Like a guy that works for something.
But why is he on a boat? I mean, he could just took literally that picture from the side. It's just such a small thing. He would have just stood there.
I mean, it depends how far away from the bank. Remember these?
It was a canal. That's why I was looking at it. It was so close. It is so close to both edges. He's close to both edges.
Aye. Right,
if it was a lake, I get it. But it was a canal, and I was like, you could have just literally stood there and there.
Yeah. But I will counter that with a bit that I found very cool about keeping the stopwatch behind the car wheel.
Yes, that was
so
cool.
that he knows that when he breaks it, that's how long he's been in there. I thought that was excellent shit. And even when he breaks her tail light, so that he knows which car to follow. I was like, that's proper. That's detective work. That's good stuff.
Tell you what's bad detective work: seeing a pair of smashed glasses in the water in the little pond and then just leaving it for 2 hours.
I don't think he sees it though, because
he fucking stares at it.
He sees.
Well, it's either that or it's terrible directing
he sees something shiny, right? The guy, the groundskeeper has already said it bad for the glass, which I found hilarious. Yeah, bad for glass. And he sees something. He tries to get it with a wee hook. Yeah. But then he's distracted by them coming in. So I think he does see something shiny, and he's never matched up until. And I actually think the way the story plays out, and a lot of the foreshadowing in it is fantastic. What was the couple I had?
Do you know
Glasses was one of them.
Do you know what I think all this was? A really heightened version of like Midsummer Murders.
Much cooler. Much cooler.
I like that there's some I did like the fact that like they used water well.
Yeah, there's water in every scene apparently.
Is there?
Nicholson's in every single scene, and there is water present in every single scene.
Yeah, the water
either
stuff
running
was
or
good.
dripping
Eventually,
or
eventually got it. Even the guy was found dead in water, and I was like, all right, this is right. I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I also couldn't really like. There was times they were chatting too much about water.
Yeah, there's a lot of water chat,
and I was just like, I felt like I was in the county council meeting. I was like, all right.
The other thing I had about foreshadowing, which was brilliant, was see when he's first following the husband, because it starts off like they like someone fake pretending to be Faye Dunaway says, I think my husband's having an affair. So he thinks he's just like a fucking private eye, and he thinks he's just a usual routine. Oh, this guy's pumping somebody, I'm going to chase it up for the wife. And then he's filming him talking and have an argument with the dad outside of like the restaurant, and he asks the guy he works with, what did you hear? And he was like, all I heard him say was something about Apple Core. And he's like, Apple Core? and then it came back. The fact that their country club was called Albacore, because
Yeah,
the old
yeah.
woman mentions it, and that's how all the people from that country club were then going to this old folks' home, getting them to sign the deeds, because they knew they then would die, and then they could pick up the land for
Pittance.
very good.
Good. It is. I mean, like, even when eventually I was complaining about not seeing the glass and all, but even when that came out, I was like, oh,
Yeah.
it did it like a proper, like Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, yeah.
And there was, and he drowned him in the pond, and there's salt water in his lungs. And I was like,
Yeah.
he choked on cum.
Do you want to know another weird thing about Polanski?
Oh,
So he demanded that all of Faye Dunaway's makeup was done exactly the way his mother's was done before she died in Auschwitz. Guys get fucking issues, man.
that is, see that there?
Yeah.
That's the worst thing he's ever done.
Yeah.
That is the creepiest. Do you think Faye Dunaway would just be like, God, I think, where did she die again? She was like, oh, in fucking Auschwitz. I'm like, well, good. We need a lot of grey makeup then. Rub ash in my
I've got
face.
this ashy tone. Perfect. That's the shave her head as well. There's good facts about this. Well, there's not great facts, but there's good facts. It's all about, you know how we've always talked about like mental shit that stuff happens to get performances out of actors.
Oh God.
So Nicholson actually slapped Faye Dunaway. Doing the big reveal, he was pulling away. He was doing like theatre slaps, and it wasn't looking convincing enough. So Dunaway just went, "Fucking slap me for real."
Okay, that's
So
fine.
then he
She
did,
said.
and then,
She sued him.
Dunaway and Polanski hated each other, right? And there's two things. There's three stories. One story was at the restaurant scene. He saw a grey hair in Faye Dunaway's head, so he just came up and ripped it out. He just went, "Fucking no."
My mother did not look like this. It was so fucked up, man.
At one point, he just left her to fucking get on with it, like most of the time, didn't want to speak to her. And at one point, she just went, for this certain scene, it was like a tough scene, because the character she's playing is troubled, to say the least.
Yeah, I do.
And she's like, right, what's my character's what's my motivation in this scene? And he just turned and screamed at her and went, "Your salary, that's your fucking motivation."
God, they're such wankers.
And then in another one, he refused to let her go to the toilet one day, right? She until they were finished the scene. So in the car, she was in a car, and in the car, she just took a piss in a cup. And as soon as they finished the scene and he opened the door, she just threw it in his face. Cup of piss.
Fucking, you know, I have a lot of respect for Faye Dunaway now. Pissed in rum, not because but yeah, fair play to her. Also, but how do you piss in a cup?
How do you piss enough? Pissing loads of cups.
Yeah, but you'd need loads of cups. How much piss?
That's a good point, actually. She
Need
couldn't
to
have
be-
needed that
need to be-
badly.
Did you?
Unless you had a stein.
You have to open up the door in one of those Sports Direct cups. You eating it over Roman Polanski. The deepest cup possible. Sports Direct cup.
The only other weird one is that at the time of it, Jack Nicholson was pumping Angelica Houston, who is John Huston, who's playing Noah Cross's daughter.
Oh, fuck. I
And
didn't-
she was on set the day that they filmed the scene where Noah Cross is asking Jake, "Are you sleeping with my daughter?"
Oh, God, that's enough fun.
It's a fucked up set.
Yeah.
It's basically.
Horster, in fact, John.
Oh,
This
Jesus.
is not in the set. This is not in the script, Jack. Horster, the shite, John.
Oh, very, very fucked up.
Do you know, Jesus Christ, and I think about it, Angelica Houston's got the big same bag head in her as John Huston did.
As who? John Huston?
Her dad, they have two big rubbery fucking heads.
He's a terrifying bastard in this.
Yeah, she's terrifying. Even I rewatched her there in Ballerina. She's in Ballerina, Angelica Houston. You're just like,
So she is, yeah.
fucking.
I reckon in this film, he might be one of the most evil villains I've ever seen.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Like,
gets
evil
away with it,
beyond fucking belief.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, even the bit at the end where he's trying to grab the wee... Because that's...
I tried to grab her out of the cat. Yeah,
the
wee one.
incest revelation, the rape and incest revelation is fucking horrible. Like you're going, Jesus Christ, this film is dark as shit. And then at the end, when he's just trying to grab the wee girl away,
he's trying to grab her. Was fuck.
he's like, I'm your grandfather,
Like
but I'm
grabbing her
also
around
your
there.
dad, and I'm also I'm a kind of your uncle. Like I don't even know who the fuck I am right now.
Aye. Yeah. It's a twisty old tree, that family tree.
Jesus Christ, but he's a fucking beast of a man.
Yeah. I did laugh. I shouldn't have laughed, but I did laugh.
I like the way he refused to ever get Nicholson's character's name right.
Yeah.
Just to show how much of a big swinging dick he was. He was like, I know you've told me hundreds of times, but I'm just never getting this right. Just to show you how rich I fucking am.
It's Phil Nicholson, isn't it? It's not Phil Mickelson, it's Jack Nicholson.
Phil Mickelson.
That's Jack Nicholson, and that's
Phil
not my fucking. That's not my name.
Is it Jack Nicholas or Phil Mickelson? Just keeps calling them different golfers.
Come over here, Colin Montgomery.
Here's Sergio Garcia. Fucking
Sebi Ballesteros. It's like, do I look like a Sevi?
that's funny.
Yeah. You know what I thought? No, you're going to disagree. I feel.
Yeah.
Do you know what I thought was proper pathetic to threaten a man to cut a wee nip off his nose?
That looks sore as shit.
It looks sore, but it also is just like I don't think I'd be that threatened if someone nipped me in the. To be honest, to me it's like you pay up.
Aye.
Or tomorrow you're getting a Chinese burn. That's what that's what it played off to me like.
I think it was. I mean, I think if they'd have cut his nose off, that would have been.
Yeah.
Because that's all symbolic
You stop
as well.
you snooping
But
about.
I honestly think it's worse. Rather than them slicing the end of his nose off, I think that wee nick. I mean, his nose just must have split apart in the middle.
Yeah, we just split there. Yeah.
And it was weird. The fact that him and Dunaway shagged after she'd cleaned out his nose. He was like, "You getting in for any antiseptic wipes for this?" And she's cleaning out this fucking blood clogged nose, and then they're like, "Come here, you."
God, if she's going down on him. Oh, her on her period, his nose like that.
Oh Christ!
Like 14 people die in here.
The only other two things I had. Well, the one thing I didn't like. Well, I don't know. I was going to ask you this, right? The fights in it, right? There's like two fight scenes. There's a scene where Nicholson gets caught at the water, and then when he's in the orange grove and all the hillbillies come along, right?
That's so funny.
All the cowboys, right?
I was waiting for the little Mexican,
Yeah.
like orange picker to walk out and just get obliterated by a car.
The fights are the fights remind me of Connery's fights in early Bond, right? And they look shite. Like the fights in this look terrible. Like none of them look like they know how to fight.
Yeah.
And what I was thinking was, do they look shite or are they realistic?
Well, I'd say realistic.
Yeah, because a fight that anyone would have in that kind of situation would probably look far more like that than it would ever look like a John Wick fight. So,
Like, as I said, my cousin backs me up on this because she was there. But like the time I got in my one and only fight, he said your right hook went way too right.
Yeah.
Like I punched apparently way out and swung in. He says it just looked utterly ridiculous. Yeah. And I went, okay, well, there you go. I suppose none of them are.
Yeah.
I presume they would know a little bit more how to fight if they're in that situation.
Well, that's true, aye.
But yeah, it's probably more realistic, if anything.
No. And the other thing I wanted to
It
mention,
doesn't look like John Wick if I ever drive past the Chinese and people are fighting outside it.
the only other one I meant to mention was the guy that produced this, Robert Evans. You ever read about him?
No.
He's like a legendary shagger in the 70s. He got done for cocaine trafficking in the end. And there's a story about when he was pumping so many people in the 70s, his housekeeper used to come in with his breakfast in the morning and a piece of paper with the name of the person that he was shagging that night. Just so he could say goodbye in the morning because he had no fucking idea. There's a book called The Kid Stays in the Picture. It's his memoir, and some of the stories are fucking wild.
The kid stays in the picture. What the hell?
That's what it's called. His autobiography. It's incredible.
He buys a picture. He's bought a picture of Jesus to put on his bedside just to put down. It's not even religious. Symbolic.
But yeah, big fan. Thought it was great.
Yeah. Yep. We're back on the classics, you know.
All right.
And I brought a. It's not a classic.
It's not a classic, is it? No.
It's not a classic. So next week we're doing Wanted.
Oh yes! Oh God! One of the most watchable pieces of shit I've ever seen.
James McAvoy,
Angelina Jolie,
and Morgan Freeman.
Oh, superb!
So-
where they can literally bend gravity. Yes,
Yeah, so we
Amazing.
should have plenty to talk about in that fucking
amazing,
shit.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're going to go over and do the Patreon episode.
Yeah.
So obviously, if you
I
hit the
desperately
Patreon,
need a pee again.
go for it. I'll do the plug.
Ryan's gonna leave you. I'm gonna stop being so unprofessional and actually pee before I go. From there.
I just piss it every time.
Thank you, guys. Bye bye.
Aye. No, so we're going to do the Patreon episode now. So thank you very much for like following this and doing that and sharing all the stuff like that. You get the extra bonus episode every fucking week, so it's well worth it. We're going to try and push that a little bit more so that if we can afford a cleaner to clean up this can of Tango, that's what we're going to do. But thank you very much for logging in, and I'll see you next week.